Welcome back to the deep dive. So we're tackling a big one today. It's one of the most foundational and, to be frank, one of the most misunderstood qualifications out there.
It really is.
You sent us a whole stack of sources, all focused on the Bachelor of Commerce, the Bcom, and your question was really sharp. It was, what can I really do with this?
Right. Beyond the obvious.
Beyond the obvious. What are the specific career paths?
And that is just the perfect mission for a deep dive because, the perception of the Bcom is often a bit stuck in the past. People see it as this generic business degree.
Right, like a general studies for business.
Exactly. But the source material we have, it frames it as a transformative journey leading to a multitude of career paths.
Okay, but that sounds a little like marketing language.
It does, and that's our job. Our goal is to get past that and unlock the specific roles, the specific skills that make this degree so respected and, I think more importantly, so adaptable in today's economy.
Yes, adaptable is the key word. We don't want academic fluff. We want the tangible results. Okay, let's unpack this. What is it about the Bcom structure that gives it this versatility, especially compared to a really specialized degree?
The simple answer is integration. I mean, a specialized degree gives you incredible depth in, say, accounting or just marketing.
Sure, you go deep on one topic.
But the Bcom mandates breadth. It forces you to understand the essential pillars of business. So we're talking finance, marketing, accounting, HR, and management, all of it.
So it's not just a collection of courses, it's a holistic view of how a company actually works.
Precisely. You understand the mechanics, the whole machine. Graduates don't just know how to crunch numbers, they understand how those numbers impact, the brand strategy or the supply chain.
Which means they can adapt immediately. They're not just stuck in one department.
That's it. They have the core business acumen and entrepreneurial insights to step into operational roles right away. It prevents that overwhelming feeling when you first walk into a complex organization.
And I imagine it also helps if you want to launch your own company, you have the full toolkit.
Absolutely. Think of it like this. It's the ultimate operating system for a business professional. Before you get into the specialized apps, you need that stable OS.
That's a great way to put it. Okay, so we've got the foundation. Now let's get into the specifics, the roles the sources identify, the actual destinations.
Let's do it.
Here's where it gets really interesting.
Yeah.
We've got 7 distinct paths detailed here. Let's start with the hard numbers, the finance and accounting side of things.
Right. So first up are the financial analysts and advisors. A Bcom doesn't just, teach you formulas from a textbook. It actually equips you with valuation models.
So you're building the tools, not just using them.
Exactly. Graduates in these roles can offer really critical insights into investment opportunities, maybe helping a business optimize its financial strategies.
Or even guiding individual clients, right?
Correct.
Towards fiscal stability.
For sure. It's a high-impact role. It needs both that analytical rigor and strong communication skills to explain it all.
That makes sense. It's forward-looking strategy based on solid data. Okay, so moving from strategy to, meticulous compliance, we have accountancy and tax professionals.
Yeah, and this is where the Bcom provides that solid grounding in accounting practices, tax laws, and regulatory frameworks. It is absolutely indispensable.
So we're talking about the fundamentals of financial reporting, understanding standards like IFRS or GAAP.
All of that. Cost management, audit principles. It's the language of business. But it's important to note, the Bcom is the foundation, right? If you want to pursue chartered accountancy, you do that after the degree.
So the Bcom gives you the language, but the professional qualification gives you the license.
That's the perfect way to say it, yes.
Okay, that sets up the financial infrastructure. Now let's pivot. Let's talk about the strategy and people pillars, what some people call the softer side of business, which is arguably the most dynamic. First, marketing specialist.
And marketing today is, it's a mix of data science and creative intuition. A Bcom grad isn't just crafting campaigns.
It's more than just clever slogans.
So much more. They're analyzing huge data sets on market trends. They're developing strategies to maximize customer lifetime value. And the sources really emphasize that they're well-versed in contemporary marketing techniques and digital tools.
So things like SEO, social media analytics, that kind of stuff.
Exactly. They're at the forefront of that innovation.
And while marketing is focused outward on the consumer, human resources managers are focused inward on the company's lifeblood, its people.
Indeed. Human capital is the strategic advantage now. A Bcom equips graduates to manage that asset. We're talking organizational development, compensation, labor law basics.
It's about more than just hiring and firing.
Oh, much more. It's about designing training programs and, most strategically, creating strategies to retain a skilled workforce. It's less admin, more high-level internal consulting.
Speaking of consulting, that brings us right to management consulting. This seems like the path for Bcom grads who just love solving big, messy problems.
That is entirely accurate. Management consulting is where you get to use that holistic knowledge base. You're advising businesses on everything from finance to operations to HR.
And the Bcom specifically develops the skills for that.
It does. It builds the critical thinking and analytical skills you need. Consultants don't just give opinions, they apply learned frameworks, SWOT analysis, competitive strategy models to diagnose problems and propose structured solutions.
Okay, we've covered strategy and people. Let's move into the tangible side of things. Operational and entrepreneurial pillars. I'm thinking of supply chain and logistics management. It's something you don't notice until it breaks.
Right. It is the nervous system of the global economy. And we've seen how important it is lately. The Bcom gives you real insights into efficient resource management, procurement, and distribution.
So you're mastering things like inventory modeling and international trade rules.
Yes, and optimizing logistics networks to cut costs and time. These are complex roles with a huge impact on the bottom line.
And finally, the ultimate application of all these skills, entrepreneurship. This isn't just about having a cool startup idea.
Not at all. It's about risk management and structured growth. The Bcom gives an entrepreneur a kind of a comprehensive safety net of knowledge.
Because you have to be your own CFO, CMO, and HR manager all at once at the beginning.
You do. And the Bcom provides that comprehensive understanding of business operations, from writing a business plan to securing funding, that is just vital for making it past year one.
That is a much clearer picture of those 7 paths. So we've established the breadth of knowledge and where the career options. Now, what about the how? The sources talk about this Regent Business School edge.
Yes.
It's not just what you learn, it's how you learn it. So how is the knowledge delivered differently?
What's fascinating here is it's this deliberate move away from just passive theoretical learning.
Towards something more applicable.
Exactly. This edge is designed to address the skills gap that employers are always talking about.
Okay, so let's break down the elements. What's first?
First, the curriculum is industry relevant. And that's not just a buzzword. It's designed in constant consultation with industry experts.
So the content stays current. It doesn't get static and obsolete.
It can't. Whether it's new financial regulations or the latest digital marketing tools, it has to be up to date.
That's a huge commitment. Okay, what's the second point?
That would be experiential learning. The whole philosophy is learning by doing.
Internships, case studies, that sort of thing?
Integral components, internships, intensive case studies, and real-world projects are built in. So graduates aren't just reciting definitions, they've already managed a simulated business challenge.
Which makes them a much more appealing hire right out of the gate.
Yeah.
But business isn't just local anymore.
It's not, and that's the third point. A strong global perspective. There's a heavy emphasis on international business principles.
So cross-cultural management, global supply chains.
All of it. Even things like foreign exchange implications. It prepares graduates to work anywhere.
And the sources mention a connection to Honorus United Universities. What does that mean for a student in practical terms?
That's a great question. Honorus is a Pan-African network of institutions. So for a student, it means 2 main things. First, huge networking opportunities across different countries and industries.
Exciting.
Access to a massive shared resource pool, international faculty, different study pathways. It basically turns their local school into a node on this huge global network.
So it's more than just an alumni group, it's an active ecosystem.
It really is. And the last piece is the dedicated support and resources. This means access to cutting-edge, tech-rich education, dedicated career services, and something really important today, flexibility in study options.
For people who are juggling other commitments.
Exactly.
That whole integrated model really elevates the degree. Okay, so we've covered the breadth and the delivery. Let's talk about the payoff, the long-term impact, the ROI of a Bcom.
Right, and the sources break this down into 2 categories. First is the tangible, the financial return.
Higher starting salaries.
Yes, typically higher starting salaries and, just as important, greater upward mobility. They're just more effective from day one, so they climb the ladder faster.
That's the classic business case. But what about the second category, the The intrinsic value.
And that's what defines a career, not just a job. The intrinsic value is the cognitive toolkit you acquire. Skills that never go out of style. Critical thinking, complex problem solving, leadership.
And these are assets that, as the source says, serve well in any professional context.
In any context, even outside of business, they are truly transferable skills.
So what does this all mean? If we summarize the ultimate positioning of the Bcom for our listener, what is it?
This raises an important question. I think it means the Bcom is positioned as more than just an academic qualification. It's an intentional career catalyst.
A catalyst, I like that.
It equips you with this structure of skills, finance, strategy, operations, people that makes you incredibly versatile. It's a gateway to a successful career, whether that's in a huge consulting firm or your own kitchen table startup.
That is the comprehensive map we were looking for. The Bcom is clearly a highly versatile tool, whether you want to guide investment strategy, optimize a supply chain, or launch your own thing. You now have the full breakdown, grounded in specific roles and skills from the source material.
And here's a final provocative thought for you to consider. The sources really emphasize the value of the critical thinking and problem-solving skills from the Bcom. If these are truly transferable to any context, how could this curriculum benefit a field completely outside of traditional commerce?
Interesting. Like what?
Well, think about a political campaign, or a nonprofit running humanitarian aid, or even a scientific research lab trying to manage its grants and resources. What surprising non-commerce application might these foundational business skills unlock in a place where structured efficiency is often undervalued?